Peace, peace. This is Anpu Ra with another video on astral travel, astral projecting, whatever you want to call it. Um, well, basically, just leaving your physical body. And like I said before, I must stress again that this information is not for everybody, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to learn the hard way because my great teacher, Thought, he used to always tell me, yo, can't be telling anybody this stuff because they gonna think you crazy. They really gonna think you crazy. And I understand now. You see, but before I was just so stubborn. But you know what? I'm at this point right now that there's uh there's no turning back. You know what I'm saying? The information is out there. I mean, I've been uploading these videos and some people, you know, could understand it, and then some people it just doesn't resonate with them. And that's cool. That's real cool. I mean, I understand. I mean, some people are just not developed spiritually. Some people are afraid to think outside the box. You know, when they start finding out new information, it could be very scary. You know what I'm saying? Especially when there's some type of proof to back it up. Um, like I said before, I'm not the only one that are doing videos like this. I am not the only one that that has astral travel. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm this god, I'm this guru, I'm someone, you know, special than everybody else. I'm the only one doing this because I'm not. There's millions of people out there that are doing it. There's people out there that have these type of experiences and they just afraid to express it. They're afraid to tell people. You know, sometimes they just keep it to themselves. And this is why Anpu Ra do these videos to give people the courage to come out and speak on this matter. Um yeah, it's a real it was a it's a real bumpy ride. It's very difficult to cope with, you know. It's very hard to understand, especially from a person that's coming from a religious background. And people always say, "Oh, every every question that you want to know, you have all the answers are in the Bible, are in the Quran," and it's not. It's not. There's a lot of stuff that been taken out of the Bible when people do their research, and you wonder why. You wonder why these things been taken out. Um, like I said, I'm into the hidden mysteries, the hidden knowledge. Um, the last video that I did, it was uh, it was my 28th video, and that was June 7th, 2015. And like I said, that was a 28th video. So that shows you that I have had an out of body experience 28 times. I mean, which I've recorded on this journal. Okay. I've had many more than that. I have had many more experiences when I was younger. It wasn't happening as much, but I've had the experience. I never, I can't remember all of them. I can't remember all of them. I just remember bits and pieces of it. And like when you go to my video, the beginning, I kind of gave you a couple of scenarios that I had. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have the exact dates. But I had some with the time because, like I said, it's always around the same time. Um, yeah. So I've had many experiences, and I've been documenting this in my journal. And must stress again, around 2012, these experiences been happening at least once a month. Now, if you go to my videos, if you go to my channel and you look at from the very first video all the way up to now, you could just see the dates. You see the dates. I mean, How can you ignore this? I mean, I couldn't ignore that. I just had to document this stuff, you know. I had to document this stuff. I mean, it's a crazy experience, and like I must say, it might sound crazy to, simple-minded people. Well, I ain't gonna say simple-minded people. I understand. You just don't know. It might sound crazy to people that don't know this type of information. Um, I mean, I was always, interested in this, because I've had the experience. But I just never told nobody. Years ago, I never told nobody. Not my parents, not my best friend. Friends that are very close to me. Not my relatives. No one. I ain't tell nobody. So now that I'm coming out with these videos, it could be a shocker for a lot of people that know me and have seen these videos. But let me go back to what I was saying in my 28th video, and it happened on June 7th, 2015. I spoke about, in all my videos, most of them I've been speaking about these shadow entities. Now, these are entities that exist on a different realm. They exist. I mean, they exist. The proof is there, and it's like, how much more proof do people need? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, I'm not the only one that are talking about these things. And if you really look close to these religious books, they speak about them. I mean, they don't explain everything as far as detail about astral travel and stuff like that, but they give you little hints and pieces of it. These people are just not reading these books right. The Quran, they call them the jinn. Now, if y'all are Muslims out there that are into Islam, y'all know that they preach about the jinn heavily. I mean, there are classes that are just based on the jinn aspect. Uh, in the Bible, they speak of, the archons, the fallen angels. This is what they talking about. This is what they talking about. Okay, so on that June 7th, I spoke about how I saw shadow entity. You know, I stayed positive, and I called it out. It came out the shadow, shook my hand, and it was like very excited that I was interacting with it on that level, because every time I had these experiences with these shadow entities, I was always on battle mode. I was always, you know, on defense mode. I was ready to attack them. And I told you before that I had them running. They were literally scared of me. They were literally scared. So in that experience, it was different. And like I said, I try to describe my experiences as best as possible. And like I said, it was a little shadow being like the size of a kid, and that experience was very short, and it just zipped away. It just zipped away, and it's crazy. It's a crazy experience, and it's kind of hard to share with people. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been, an outspoken person. I've always been, a person that think outside the box. I everything, question everything, and yeah, and I think that's how I got to this level at this point of knowing. It started off just researching, reading a lot of books, um, breaking down religion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing some videos. I'm just I'm a label it. Let me see. It's gonna be called "Think Outside the Box," or you know what? Question everything. And I'm gonna start pointing things out in these uh in these religious books that I'm pretty sure people never really caught. And I think that's how I became more conscious when I started reading it, and my mind started to see things in a different way. And I was like, damn, I didn't even see this in this passage. And you start digging deep, deep, deep. And like I said, once you hit that point, you just explode with so much information, you just want to keep, you know, researching. And that's what happened to me. I just kept researching and researching. I became like an addict for knowledge. And I don't know what took over me, but it was just something that was dormant inside of me within my DNA, and it just boom, it just exploded, and I just want to know. So I'm gonna do a channel that's, I'm gonna start doing some videos on question everything, and just start dropping knowledge on a lot of things, history and religion, and a lot of things that people don't know, that haven't seen it. And then I'm gonna give you the information so you could go see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny, this type of information could be very scary. It could be life changing. And to be honest with you, if you're watching these videos and you don't have that much knowledge on this topic, I'm definitely, rippling the water that's within you of consciousness. Because now you're gonna start thinking different. I mean, you could disagree with me or not, but guess what? The effect is already taking course. You know what I'm saying? Because so next time, like say if a person just started bumping into my videos and they started watching it, and they experience something, they probably think of me, or they probably think of somebody else that had did a video on this type of subject, and they're gonna think about it like, oh shoot, this is what he was talking about. And then it just goes on from there. And it's funny because, I spoke to a friend of mine's in New York, good friend from Brooklyn. And if you're watching this video, you know who you are. You know, gave me a call and was like, "Yo, what's up? What you doing? How's everything going down there, down south? Blah blah blah. Everything's good. I'm chilling." You know, and he's like, "Yo, I spoke to such and such," and he's like, "Yo, did you see his new these videos he be posting?" So he know I do music. So he's like, "Oh, word, he got some new music videos over da da da." He's like, "Nah, he got some videos talking crazy." You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's talking crazy. I think he went down south and went crazy on us. And, I just laughed about it. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I'm comfortable with that. I sleep well at night. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this information ain't for everybody. And these are people that know me for years. And but one thing that I can say, they know that I'm the power that I possess with far as being positive. I mean, I chill with dudes that are way older than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a leader, and they know I'm just the coolest dude that you could ever, meet. And, I've had dudes that's older than me following my lead. I'm younger than them, but they know what type of dude I am. And, like I said, this information could be shocking. And because, I put up music, now, I send people, to check out my new songs, and they end up bumping into these videos. But, I mean, I didn't do it intentionally. It is what it is. Really, I don't care. But family members, friends, they all shocked. They all shocked because I've never told anybody. And I'm pretty sure, you know, my foster parents, probably watched these videos and they never said nothing to me about it. They never, they never questioned it. But then some other family members questioned it, like, "Hey, yo, I saw these videos, you know, pretty interesting. This is some interesting stuff you talking about. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? My friend, like I spoke to on the phone, he was like, "Yo, you really doing this? Like, you really going through this?" And I was just like, "Yes, it really happened to me." He was like, "Yo," he's laughing about it, like, "Yo, this dude's crazy, yo. You talking about flying and shit? Like, yo, you alright?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm great, man. I'm good." This is something that's been happening, you know, and I had to document this stuff. This is real. This is real to me. And like I said, I am not the only one talking about this stuff. I mean, you could go on YouTube right now, type in my astral projecting experience, and you will have tons of videos of different people, different races, different ages, different parts from different parts of the world speaking on this matter. You know what I'm saying? But certain friends, they say they think I'm crazy. They're like, yo, this dude went crazy. He went down south and went crazy on us. But it's just information. It's just people are not up on it. They don't think outside the box, and that's cool. I ain't judging nobody. I'm not. If this information ain't for you, it ain't for you. But I know one thing: if you watch this video, it's gonna do something to you. It's gonna open you up consciously without even you accepting it or knowing. You know what I'm saying? Because now, if you never knew about this type of information, now you know it's gonna open your mind up and want to question things without you even thinking about it. Trust me, it's doing something to you, and that's how information works. You know what I'm saying? It's that hidden knowledge, it's that hidden energy. So I mean, I have people from France, from the UK, from Japan showing love. And it's beautiful and it's crazy. And it's like, yo, these are people from different parts of the world. I don't even know. And they showing me love. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, they understand. They know what's up. They get it, you know? But it's crazy. And it's funny because my mother-in-law, she was like, yeah, you always reading books. I got this book that I got from the church, and it was about this doctor. He's like a surgeon, whatever. Long story short, he had got really sick, and he had went into a coma. And when he went into a coma, he was, well, basically, I think the title is like that movie Heaven is for Real. So he's basically in this book explaining that, yo, heaven is real. So when he was in a coma, he separated from his physical body and he entered these realms. So in his mind, he's saying, this is heaven. Like, oh shit, this shit does exist. And he was journeying in these realms and then came back, from out of the coma with this amazing experience. And he decided to write a book on it. And this is what I've been trying to explain to people. You know, that is astral traveling. That is astral projecting. And there are plenty stories like that. I mean, you could go on the internet and read articles and read books of people that have been in comas and near death experiences. Them being on an operating table and they speak of them floating above their body. Uh, you know, in a coma and they went through all these things. I mean, even that movie Heaven is Real with that little boy. That little boy astral traveled into these realms. He had a near death experience, left his physical body, went into these realms. He met his grandparents that he'd never met before. He came back with information, and it's like, damn, how much proof do people need? Yes, it's possible that you can leave your physical body and still be here. It's possible. It's like how much information you need, how much proof do you need? It's real. And I didn't have a near death experience, you know. I wasn't in no coma or nothing like that. You started researching sleep paralysis and you do your homework and you start to understand it better. Your body's asleep, but your mind is awake. And you're able to have these experiences. I didn't call for this experience. It just happened. I couldn't predict what day I was going to do it. You know, I don't have that type of ability. It was just happening to me, and like I said, if it was happening to me, then it must be for a reason, and that's why I'm putting this information out. Maybe this is my calling. For certain individuals that's going to bump into these videos, it is what it is. I'm not going crazy. I'm still that same old person. I'm still the same old G. I'm down here living life. I'm good. To be honest with you, I'm living better than what I was in New York. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my friend, that when I was talking to on the phone, he's like, "Yo, man, I went, yeah, such and such said, yeah, you came down south and you went crazy." You know, like if you follow the dates on these dates, I was in New York when this was happening. You know what I'm saying? Around the same time, I was still hanging around these individuals. Was I acting crazy? Was I speaking about crazy things? Nah. I mean, I started speaking more, intellectual things. My consciousness started broadening out, and I should be around certain individuals. It's like, yeah, yo, he's always preaching all the time because I was getting hit with so much information, so much things just coming to light. And like I said, you know, the hidden knowledge is right in front of you. You just don't even see it. So, they think I'm going crazy. You could think whatever you want to think. You know what I'm saying? But these are my astral traveling experiences. This is what I experience. And, it's crazy. But it's real to me. I mean, it sounds crazy. Yes, it does. So on this video, enough ranting around, right? On this video, I'm gonna talk about, well, this video I already did this date. Okay. I'm just pretty much not redoing, yeah, you say I'm redoing it. Um it's about July, no, June 7th, 2015, and that was the very first video that I posted on YouTube about astral traveling. Okay. And the video, I ain't like how the video came out. It was my first time. I was nervous. I was like, should I put this out? It was all type of things that was going through my mind. But June 7th, 2015, I decided, I had the experience, and I decided, yo, this shit is crazy. I'm gonna put this video. I'm gonna put it out. This video. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put him out. And a friend of mine's, Peace to Hathor, she's always told me, she was like, yo, with your personality and your energy, you should put these videos out. Other people doing it. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put my face out there like that, you know. And, I thought about it and thought about it. She was the one that pushed me to do it. She was like, yo, you got this experience. You can help other people. And I thought about, I said, you know what, you're right. Because people helped me with their videos. And, it just verified that I'm not going crazy. This is other people out here having the same experience. So, and if you see me in that video, I'm like out of it, because when you have these actual, travels, when you astral project, you use a lot of energy. You use a lot of energy. So sometimes you come out of it, you'll feel real drained. And I was very low in the video. I mean, just go back and check it out. It's just, you can see, and I just came out of the astral travel. So it was just like, boom, it's fresh, and it was fresh in my mind. And I was like, I gotta put this out. And that's what I'm going to be talking about, just reviewing. And like I said, I had the vibrations, very strong, came out my body. It's just crazy. And I'm in my apartment, and I went to the front door to leave to travel, and it was like stairs going this way, a bunch of stairs, all types of crazy maze stairs with doors. Didn't know which one to go to. Then I was greeted by three cats. And like I said before in my other videos, cats play a role in the spiritual realm. Cats can see things that we can't in this third dimension, you know. And this is why the ancient Egyptians, you know, they had the cat goddess. You had the Sphinx. They knew something that what we don't know. It's not animal worshiping and nothing like that. Then when you start digging deep into information and find out about beings that's out there in the cosmos, or the feline race and shit like that, it all starts coming together. I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, you have to think outside the box. Think outside the box. Anything is possible. And you look on the walls of Egypt, they have beings with cat faces, with a tail and all that. Like, yo, got question that. Question everything. Question everything. So I was greeted by these three cats, that I kind of gave me permission to journey out. And I went through one door, and when I went through this door, boom, I was like, training center. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, you just wild out, just explore, just explore your ability. That's what the energy, how what I felt, and I was flying around. you know, my man was like, yo, you talking about you flying? And I'm like, yo, think about it. You never had a dream of you flying? I mean, think about it. And like I told him, I said, everybody astral travels. When you go to sleep, your soul, your spirit leaves your body and you enter these realms. Okay? And I'm pretty sure people out there that's never had a conscious astral projecting, but I'm pretty sure they had a dreams of them flying. So what I'm saying is it may sound crazy, but it's not crazy, you know? But yeah, I was flying around, and at this point, I mastered flying. I was flying, zipping through, and I was blowing things up with my mind, because everything is mental when you in this realm. So that's why you got to be careful when they say if you astral travel, when you full of fear and shit like that, you are going to project crazy things that's going to, be fearful to you. If you start thinking about demons and shit, then demons is going to pop out. They're going to just jump out. Or it's like you create these things. You create these things. And it's real. Shit is, I mean, I was conscious. Like, this is why I keep stressing. Like, I'm so conscious. Like, I know what's going on. I know I'm in this realm. Like, I'm not dreaming. It doesn't feel like a dream. Like I told you before, dreams, you just playing out a role. You wake up in the morning, oh shit, I had this crazy dream. But you had no control of it. You wasn't conscious. You see? Until you start having dreams and getting conscious within your dreams, then come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? And if you never had that experience, then you can't knock it. You can't knock it. But there are people out there that had dreams and became conscious within that dream and had total control. And like I said before, that feeling it's amazing. It's just like pow, poof, whoa, what the fuck? What just happened? What is going on? And you wake up, you come back to your physical body and you're like, whoa, that wow. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before in that video, uh, I'm sorry, that was July. I'm sorry, I'm in off because I'm like trying to read two different things at the same time. That experience, July 3rd, is what I'm talking about. The very first video, July 3rd, 2015, and I met up with these kids, and we were like playing tag in the air, flying. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, that was like the longest I've ever astral traveled in that experience. It was July 3rd, 2015. Um, yeah. So, the last one before that was June, and then this one was July. Like I said, it's happening every month. So in July 3rd, 2015, that was the day that I was like, yo, I'm gonna make this video. I made up my mind about it, and I just gonna put it out. And ever since then, I just been dropping videos. I just been dropping videos, and I mean, this experience is life changing. I'm still the same person, man. Still the same person, you know. And but to be honest with you, since I relocated down here, down south, um, the astral travel experience has been less. It's been less, you know. I'm not having it like how I used to, and like I stressed before in my other videos. Like now, it's just I'm at that level of dreams. Um, Still remembering my dreams. But I'm not conscious, not conscious. But to be honest with you, in this journal, I have one more video to do. One more video to do, and I probably might be my last. It might be my last. You know, the experience has stopped. Why? I don't know why. You know, it's just I know once I moved down here, I noticed that it just started, the experiences just not happening as much. I mean, here we are in 2016. I haven't had an experience this year so far. I haven't had it. So maybe, that was it. So the next video I'm gonna do, it might be my last on astral travel, but I'm probably gonna continue making videos, like I said, just dropping knowledge and question everything and start exposing certain things and just bringing certain things to light, just to get people thinking. You know what I'm saying? Just to get people thinking. You know. So if you think I'm crazy because I came down here and lost my mind, if that's what you think. I think it's the opposite, because these experiences, most of them, were happening when I was in New York, and now that I'm down here, it's not happening. Like I said, I got one more video to make on this. This is the last documentation that's in my journal. So this is a remake of what I did, the very, very first video I did on actual travel. You know, but I posted that video on July 3rd, 2015, and that was a turning point that I said I'm gonna put it out there. And yes, you know, family members and friends, people I'm very close with, they saw these videos, and it's a shocker for most, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna leave on that note. For those that have been watching me, yo, thank you so much. And if you have any questions or any topics that you want me to talk about, you know, post it on a comment. I'll try to answer it the best of my knowledge. And till we meet again, this is Anpu Ra on Astral Travel. Peace.